Welcome to Car Comparos. Today we are comparing the Volkswagen Ameo with its slightly longer version, the Vento. Pricing and features. The top-end Ameo Highline diesel costs 9.9 lakh rupees on-road Delhi, which is a mammoth 3.4 lakh rupees cheaper than the Vento Highline costing 13.3 lakh. In spite of the enormous price difference, the Ameo has each and every feature present in the Vento. Performance and drivability. The Ameo pales in comparison to the sheer performance of both the manual as well as the automatic Vento petrols. The manual geared Vento is powered by the 1.5-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine, which is an average performer overall, but it copes with the heavy weight of the Vento Polo platform much better than the feeble 1.2-litre mill of the Ameo. Performance is far better than the Ameo at all speeds. Even the drivability around town is much better than the Ameo. But that's not all. Even the refinement of the Ameo's 3-cylinder engine leaves a lot to be desired compared to the Vento's 4-cylinder unit. The Vento Automatic is powered by the 1.2-litre TSI engine, which gives you a glimpse into the future of motoring. It feels a bit weak at low revs due to the turbo lag, but once the turbo starts whistling, it has superb mid-range grunt, making light work of overtaking heavy vehicles on the highway. Coupled to the cutting-edge DSG gearbox, it makes the Vento incredibly easy to drive under any circumstances, be it in the urban crawl, the highway jaunt, or the mountain road sprint. The diesel-powered versions of both the cars have very similar performance as they are essentially powered by the same powertrain. The Ameo has a slight edge over the Vento thanks to a lower curb weight. The Ameo also feels better sound deadened than the Vento. Overall, the turbo lag is kept well under check, and roll-on performance of Volkswagen's 1.5-litre diesel is by far the strongest in the segment. The refinement though does feel a bit lacking compared to its competitors. Fuel efficiency. The petrol-powered Ameo manual has an ARAI certified mileage of 17.8 kmpl, which is 1.7 kmpl more than the Vento manual and 0.4 kmpl less than the automatic Vento petrol. The manual geared Vento diesel has an ARAI certified mileage of 20.6 kmpl and the automatic version has 21.5 kmpl, which is a kmpl less than the Ameo. In our back-to-back tests, the Ameo petrol was roughly 1 kmpl more efficient than the manual geared Vento petrol and just as efficient as the automatic. Both the diesel versions of both the cars were more or less similar in terms of fuel efficiency and almost 4 kmpl more efficient than their petrol counterparts. Space and comfort. The Vento has a 64 mm longer wheelbase than the Ameo, liberating some much needed legroom and knee inside the cabin. Although in both cars the rear seat does not have adequate width for seating 3 occupants. The Vento's 494-litre boot is 164 litres bigger than the Ameo's. Although the Ameo's 330-litre boot is good enough for family road trip or the usual airport run. Thanks to a shorter boot, the Ameo does have a distinct advantage in terms of maneuverability and ease of parking over the Vento. Handling and ride quality. Vento's longer wheelbase gives it an edge over the Ameo in terms of ride quality, with slightly lesser impact from bumps and ruts getting transferred to the occupants. It also inspires a bit more confidence around high-speed bends than the Ameo. The Ameo though feels more nimble around tighter bends, albeit by a very small margin. Overall, the handling of both the cars is one of the best in the segment, aided by a well-weighted and feelsome steering rack. Stability at highway speeds as well as under hard braking is certainly the best in class. Only worry is the lack of ground clearance, especially in the longer wheelbase endowed Vento, which requires the driver to be extra careful while tackling broken roads. Reliability and after-sales service. Volkswagen has been struggling to discipline its dealers into giving good service support to its customers. Firstly, its products itself have been riddled with quality issues since launch, which its dealers try to brush off under the carpet to save themselves from the warranty claims. Volkswagen's service and repairs are also exorbitantly expensive, especially if something like the DSG gearbox packs up, as many customers have reported on various forums. Volkswagen's service reach is also quite limited, with just 120 outlets in the country and no plans of rapid expansion on the horizon. Resale and cost of ownership. Thanks to Volkswagen's iffy record at reliability, neither the Vento nor the Ameo are bound to hold mediocre resale value over an ownership period of 5 to 7 years. Ameo Highline diesel manual is 1.6 lakh rupees cheaper than the equivalent Vento in the long run. Interestingly, even the Ameo diesel automatic has a 50,000 rupees lower cost of ownership than the Vento diesel manual and 1.5 lakh rupees lesser than the automatic. Which brings us to the verdict. The Ameo wins this test with consummate ease. First and foremost, it is absurd to spend lakh rupees extra on the Vento when the Ameo offers the exact same mechanicals and features as the Vento. The Vento does have that extra bit of boot space over the Ameo, but then it loses out on the maneuverability around town. Vento also has some extra legroom over the Ameo, but it's the shoulder room, not the legroom, which is in short supply in the Ameo, and that is no better in the Vento either. It seems ridiculous that Volkswagen charges such a heavy premium for the Vento over the Polo to cash in on Indian car buyers' penchant for 3-box sedans. But with the advent of the Ameo, it seems that Vento's days are truly numbered, unless Volkswagen. Amongst the different versions of the Ameo, the petrol one makes a very weak case for itself. It doesn't have the performance, the refinement, or the frugality of the diesel. Amongst the diesel versions, the DSG diesel is a dream to drive, but its reliability record makes it a risky proposition, making the diesel manual our pick of this test.